Daily Dose of Love from me. Today I'd like to talk to you about many people actually ask me why am I so happy and why things are actually working out for me. Because it's not just luck. A lot of people ask me, tell me that I'm very lucky. And you see, I've got to tell you something, I don't believe in luck. I don't believe in luck. I've never seen a person who sits and doesn't do anything in life to be successful in any area in their life and to reach any level of happiness and satisfaction in their lives. So what I do believe in is that I do believe in personal growth and taking action, because our life as it is now is a result of all the past decisions that we've made in our lives and the actions that we took. So nobody can really convince me that luck exists, because if you take all the successful people in the world, all the people that make money, or all the people that have created beautiful relationships, or whatever what someone perceives as success, right? Because it's going to be different for everybody. They've created it by making certain decisions and taking actions, and none of this have been easy. You see, some actions or decisions will be easier than others, but generally, if somebody wants to create something, bigger than themselves, to be in service of some, of people around them, which is what, for me, the meaning of life is, right? To bring all your gifts and talents to the world in order to serve humanity, in order to serve people with what you carry, with what you're born with. So in order to really do that, it takes will, right? It takes will. It takes you going outside of your comfort zone to really create that, you see. It takes standing up, owning your insecurities, knowing your insecurities in the first place, owning them, taking actions despite them. It takes will to keep bringing yourself back to that inspired place that inspired you to create something in the first place, you see. Because inspiration, motivation, they go away at some point, right? When we start something, we're usually quite enthusiastic, and then it slowly dies. And it takes will to keep bringing yourself back and keep reminding yourself why you started in the first place. What was that inspired you to start in the first place, and keep remotivating, keep re-inspiring yourself in order to go in the direction that you wanted. So the point that I'd love to make here is that if you think about it, luck doesn't exist. Everything is a result of our actions and decisions that we make in our lives. And so is the case with me, because at work people ask me why am I always so happy, or why things just really work out for me. And I'll tell you my little secret now that I've explained that I don't believe in luck. My little secret is that every morning I have a routine. I have a routine that I follow of two types of routines, right? One of it is exercise, but I'll say that's just, preference, a choice. I do this because it's just maintenance of my own body. I stretch and I do exercise that my body wants. I don't follow other programs or other other people's trainings. I create my own trainings based on what my body needs. I tune into my body and see what I actually really need. You see, but that's a personal preference. I'm going to talk about the second routine. As soon as I wake up and do my own exercises to really wake my body up as well, wake my mind up properly, clear my thoughts with a little exercise, I do a meditation exercise for about 10 to 15 minutes a day, every single day. Because this is a time where I meet myself, no matter how I feel. You see, this is where I actually meet myself. And sometimes I feel angry, sometimes I feel sad, sometimes I feel excited, sometimes I feel turned on. Through this exercise of 10-15 minutes, first I meet myself wherever I am, you see. And it's not every day great. I'm not happy, I don't wake up happy every day. But what I do with this exercise is I acknowledge where I am, right? I acknowledge where I am, happy, sad, whatever. And then I start tuning into my heart and asking my heart to remind me of what it is that I came here to create on earth, what it is that I'd love to keep investing my energy in, what really brings joy and love to my heart. So the way I do this is through a guided meditation that I do myself, right? I do it myself in my own mind. I tune into my heart after I've acknowledged what's going on with me. I tune into my heart and say, can you please remind me of what it is that I came here for? Can you please remind me, what are the most meaningful things for me in this lifetime? And sometimes I journal. Most of the time, actually, I journal and I write down. And, when I do this every day, there's just more and more things that come up for me. You see, there's just more and more things that come for me. And after I've acknowledged this, you see, after I write down, you can see that every day you will discover new levels of depth of your own heart and new levels of depth to which you can experience and live your life. You see, and that exercise really anchors me in my heart and really anchors me in the things that really, really matter to me and are really meaningful to me. And yet at this point, that day brings me love and joy and excitement. But again, this exercise is nothing unless I actually take solid action, you see. Because knowing the truth of your own heart means nothing if you don't take steps and actions to create that. You see, knowing your truth and not doing anything about it is equally as not knowing your truth. Because it makes absolutely no difference to your life unless you take action, unless you really commit to that truth, unless you really commit to that heart of yours, unless you really commit to yourself and really honor what you came here for. Because we all have a reason to exist. And everybody's job and responsibility is to find their existence, the meaning of their existence, and dedicate their lives to it. So you see how it really works. Somebody would ask me, yes, have you acknowledged where you are and how you feel, and then you've established your truth, how do you know what action to take? Well, I'll tell you how. I ask my intuition, what is my next step towards creating my truth? Again, this is in the same guided meditation. After I've received my truth, know where I am and know where my truth is, I will really ask myself, what is my next step in life? And sometimes it's letting go of something or someone. Sometimes it's taking an active action of actually creating a video or a website or a course. At the moment I'm running my own course. It's about unleashing the sexual goddess that lives within women, and it's a very powerful insight that I got from my intuition that I have to really create this course. And as soon as I created it, all the women that were willing to take on this journey, this really deep dive in their own sexual nature, they literally just appeared, you see, and which I couldn't have foreseen before, right? It's following your intuitive insight about what's your true next step is how you really go about in life. So how I really go about in life, because with my mind I can't really rationally perceive what would be the best action for me to take, because my rational mind is limited. All human rational minds are limited. They can't see the bigger picture and what's out there beyond our limited perceptions of reality. But our intuition knows. Our intuition is the connection with the higher, is the connection with the omnipresent intelligence that exists. And it has deep knowing of what it is, the best next step that we can create in our lives, that we can take in our lives, so that we can live more fulfilled, not full, and have full experience of life. So this is how to stay happy and satisfied with your life. It's not always easy. It definitely takes will to stay on track. It definitely takes action to take. And it definitely takes refocusing and refocusing and refocusing, because at the end of the day we're all human beings, and life happens. There's plenty of situations that can take us off track. There's just plenty of of occasions where you could literally just say, oh no, it's just so easy. It's just so easy to go off track. So it takes will and focus to really bring yourself back, no matter how you feel. To just keep bringing yourself back, right? To keep bringing yourself back to your heart, to keep opening your heart, to keep unleashing the layers that you carry deep within you, and to really keep following what's true for you. It takes bloody courage. The amount of time I had to comfort myself because I've not felt comfortable with that action that my intuition has called me to take. But every time I follow it, I know why. I know why I've taken it. Because every time, no matter how difficult it is, it really takes me to magical places. And every time I don't follow it, because that have happened on many occasions, I later regret it. I later see that this was not the best decision I've made in my life. So I guess my daily dose of inspiration for you is to create your own daily routine that really works for you, that really works for you to keep bringing yourself back to your heart and to your own truth. Because there's no external force that can really tell you. No psychic, no personal trainers, no philosophers, and even no psychedelics, because you can't just take them every day, right? You've got to keep your life, inner and outer life, in sync. Not temporarily through a psychedelic experience, but to keep your life in a way that you don't need to escape from it. To feel so good in your life that you want to bloody live it. You've got to create a life that really turns you on. You see, that's the philosophy I carry. So if you stick around, I'll share more. I'll share more with you, more secrets with you, how to really live a turned on life. So keep bringing yourself back. There's only gold, and there's nothing to lose, but everything to gain. Lots of love.